You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, there's something fishy about all this. Domino Thornbrook stood in the center of the Pixies' living room in their house on the Void on Fort Carson Army Base, with his hands on his hips. He scanned the room and narrowed his eyes at the obstacle course the Pixies had made out of their furniture. Then he sniffed and wrinkled his nose. Like, for real. I can smell it. His cousin Z leaned against her dresser, which was currently being used to support a twin-sized bed with a couch on top of a rickety furniture pile. She swirled the enormous mason jar of warm, pureed mush Domino had just finished pouring for her and his sister. Then she dipped her head to sniff her morning meal shake and raised her eyebrows. "I think that's because you put fish in here." "What? No," the copper pixie scoffed. "That's ridiculous." "Yep." His sister Echo sat on the elevated couch, her legs dangling off the side as she stared at her hangover cure smoothie and smacked her lips. "I mean, your sense of smell isn't exactly foolproof, but there's some kind of fish in here." Z took another sip of her drink, chewed on a chunk of something that hadn't been blended all the way, and looked at the goth pixie with a frown. "What is it about fish that gets people so riled up? I mean, it's supposed to be so healthy for humans." Echo shrugged. "The scales. Huh. It doesn't give them the ability to breathe underwater or anything, does it?" The goth pixie smirked. "We could always test it." "Oh, come on." Domino whirled to his sister, but she'd gone back to guzzling down the hangover smoothie. "It's the oils, guys. Everybody knows that. Wait a minute. That wasn't even the point." Shaking his head, he got back on track. "I'm talking about Major Winters." Z frowned at him. "He's not a fish." "Don't want to smell him, though," Echo countered offhandedly, "just in case." With a frustrated growl, Domino spun in a circle, then marched toward the front of their squat box of a home and pointed at the door. "I'm talking about the Major showing up out of the blue on a Saturday morning to tell us he needs us, no questions tolerated." "Hey, it's not like he'd let us ask questions anyway." "No questions from him, Z."